The art of influence. Out of you. It couldn't stay inside anymore. It passed down to the next person, to the next generation. But here's what's crazy about influence. It doesn't care what form it takes. It doesn't have to be something beautiful. It doesn't have to be something positive. It just has to be real. Because influence at its core is just passion strong enough to outlive the person who started. Today I want to break it down because there are different types of influence. And understanding them changes how you see everything. We got influence through music, influence through fashion, influence through just the way somebody exists. And then we got hate. Yes, hate counts too. Before we get into the legends, we need to establish what influence actually is. Because a lot of people think influence is just somebody copying somebody. Nah, influence is when somebody's passion is so loud, so undeniable, that another person picks it up without even being asked to. They just feel it and carry it forward. And the wildest proof of that, hating on players. Want an example? Dillon Brooks. Same. This man left his house, his home, just to go watch LeBron lose. And he didn't just show up casually. He pulled up iced out, accessories all selected, outfit ready, looking like he had a whole stylist just waiting for this occasion. Dillon, what's the special occasion, saying LeBron might lose? Bro, I don't think people fully conceded what he did. He was so moved, so driven by the passion of hating LeBron that it made him physically relocate. That is influence in reverse. That is hate so strong that it functions exactly like love. And here's where it gets deep. That kind of passion gets inherited. Look at Tony Styles. That man had one of the worst games ever, and people still hate on him because of that game. The game was so bad that to this day, people that weren't even alive to see him play know him for this meme. This is fucked up, say. That passion on hating him got passed down generation to generation like family jewels. But for hating and clowning on him, that's generational hate. And it works the same way as generational love. Which means influence isn't about being positive or negative. It's about being real enough that people can't ignore you. Now let's talk about the ones that did it with love. Starting with the deepest form of influence there is. Influence through music. Music is probably the most powerful form of influence that exists. Because it doesn't need a visual. It doesn't need a context. It enters you indirectly. And nobody understood this better than the man who basically invented what we call classic music as a standard. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Bro came out the womb named Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Not Michael, not James, not Kevin. Wolfgang. I hate furries. I only got one exception, Sonic Fox. But I gotta make an exception, gang. This shit hard. His parents looked at a helpless, bald, screaming newborn baby and said, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. That's not a name, that's a promise. He came out the womb preloaded with gold loot. And then because the name wasn't enough, he went on to write music that still gets played in movies, restaurants, doctor's office, orchestras over 200 years later. Bro's influence didn't just survive, it multiplied. You know that one note, that melody everyone recognizes immediately? Yeah, that's him. Still running things from the grave. And I'm pretty sure when he was alive, he walked up to women at royal events like, "Oi love, thy name is Mozart. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart." That's not game, that's the legacy doing now, the talking. Fast forward a couple of centuries, because Mozart set the blueprint for what music influence looks like. And Keef applied it to a whole different world, say. I can spend 20 minutes on this man and still not fully capture it. Because what Keef did with the music wasn't just make hits, he created a sound. A whole sonic world that people hadn't heard before. That raw Chicago energy, ad-libs, the delivery, the production style, and that sound rippled out to the point where artists today, right now in 2026, are still pulling directly from what he built in his teenage years. He influenced not just listeners, he influenced artists, rappers who never met him, producers who were kids when he dropped, whole subgenres that trace their DNA back to soul. To this day, people still dress like him, sound like him, carry themselves like him. He had people from completely different worlds, different cities, different backgrounds, feeling like they understood what they shouldn't even be able to understand. That's the power of music influence. It crosses every line. And Keef did it without trying, without performing, without putting it on. He was just himself, fully, loudly, and the world caught it. Fashion influence is different from music influence because fashion isn't something you hear. It's something you see every day on the streets, on people around you. Follow my Instagram, by the way. I post crispy flicks every month. follow me there to say. When someone influences through fashion, they change how an entire generation presents itself to the world. That's not small. And the one who did it better than almost anyone in our generation was A$AP Rocky. Rocky came in during the cloud rap era. And for those who don't know cloud rap, man, I genuinely cannot explain it with words alone. The flow, the beat became one thing only. The energy is soft and heavy at the same time. You just have to feel it. But Rocky understood something nobody else was saying it out loud yet. The music and the fashion have to match. The vibe of the sound has to live in the clothes too. So he built a style that was streetwear, luxury, minimal, vintage, all at once, combined in ways people hadn't even seen before. And what that did is give a generation permission to mix things that weren't supposed to go together, permission to care about fashion and still be hard, permission to build an identity that was yours and nobody else. Even his normal fits look expensive, not because of price tags, because of intention. That's what fashion influence really is, teaching people how to have intent. Yeah, people still debate whether a certain someone copied his drip. I'm not saying names, but it do be looking suspicious sometimes. Look, Carti's new music is not a conversation I'm having today, I'm sorry. And his fits, bro been out there walking around with a thong showing his butt like Deidre was showing his tongue. Like, dude, put that thing away. They're like children in here. But, and I mean this completely seriously, Playboi Carti might be one of the most important fashion influencers our generation, because what Carti did was show that fashion influence isn't about playing it safe, it's about commitment. He came from the underground, the real underground. He already understood culture on a level most people weren't even. I don't care, you're not in the game, you invisible. And then he took pieces that should never work, put them together, and make them hard through sheer force of belief. No Naruto, son. That's what commitment does. It makes the impossible look inevitable. And the proof, the hardest rappers right now, the ones just started, they grew up watching Carti, him and Uzi, both. The influence passed down, they just added to it. That's the cycle working exactly the way it's supposed to. Some people don't just influence what you wear or what you listen to. They influence how you decide to exist. There's a third type of influence that's hard to explain. It's not about a sound. It's not about a fit. It's about the way someone carries themselves, the way you occupy space, the energy they bring into a room way before they even speak. Nobody in history demonstrated this better than Michael Jackson.
Wow! It looks like Michael Jackson's coming right at me!
Wrong clip. Oh shit, my bad. Do you even need analysis? This man had people fainting from a single head turn. One movement. Last time I checked, music isn't making people pass out unless it's honcho. That's not drip. That's not even talent anymore. That's a superpower. But here's what made MJ's influence different from everyone else's. It wasn't contained to one thing. Music, yes. Fashion, yes. Dance? Absolutely. But beyond all of that, he influenced how people thought about what was possible for a performer, for a human being. He took dance moves he saw as a kid and elevated them to something nobody had seen. He invented melodies that still can be replicated. He built a persona that was simultaneously vulnerable and untouchable, and the world felt it. Universally, every country, every language, every generation. You don't have to explain MJ to anyone anywhere on earth. That's not fame, that's influence at its absolute ceiling. When it comes to way of being, to making people feel like they can be more just by watching you, MJ is the standard, full stop. So, what is influence? It's not a trend, it's not a song, it's not a fit. Influence is one person's passion becoming so real, so undeniable, that it outlives the moment it was born in. It travels, it multiplies, it changes people who never even met the source. I'm going through some stuff right now, G, but watching my so-called influences, watching what they created from nothing, watching the torch pass down from hand to hand, it reminds me that what we're doing matters too. They call our generation hopeless, unwanted, but we carry torches too. We can be torches from Keef, Rocky, Carti, MJ, or anybody else. We took what they gave us and we're building something new with it. And one day, if we're real enough, if we're committed enough, if we're fully ourselves, someone will carry our torch from us. That's the art of influence. Thank you for watching. Like and sub if you like the video, and go follow my new socials. My old ones got banned, say. I can't make this up, bro. I'm done trolling. I swear, I'm done trolling. Go help your boy out, say. I swear to God, I won't get banned in this way. So go follow my other social medias if you enjoy the content that I make. And yeah, that's basically it. And I'm out.